we are again together for another energizing workout. Today we're going to do our strength training. So you will need your band and your weights both. So if you don't have those, go ahead and take a second and get those ready. We will go ahead and do a light aerobic warm-up to start with to get our bodies awake a little bit. So let's go for it. Just a nice easy march here. For 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, and kick. 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 Get those arms in there. Get them working. All kicks and cross and cross and cross and cross. Good. 5, 6, 7. Back to march in place. Let's march that wide. March it narrow. Let's take it wide and narrow. Out, out, and in. Out, out, and in. Nice job. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and pump those heels. Up, 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 up. Y'all starting to get awake now? Warmed up a little bit? Great. Me too. Let's pass that ball right and left. Right and left. Perfect. 4, 3. Here comes your dribble. Excellent. 4, 3. Back to march in place. Let's slow that down. High knees up. High knees up. Let's take it across the body. Add that little twist in there. Getting that waistline warmed up. You've got it. Perfect. 4, 3, 2. Back to march in place. We're going to set that heel forward, right and left, or left and right. It doesn't really matter. Either way is fine. Great. 4, 3. Let's press it overhead. Back to the side. To the front. Press the floor. Excellent. 4 more. 4, 3. Back to march in place. Let's march that wide. Get those arms pumping. Get everything good and awake here. And narrow. Let's take it wide and narrow. Out, out, and in. Out, out, and in. Good job. Great. For 4, 3, 2. Back to march in place. Pump those heels. Up, up, up. Nice work. 4, 3. Let's pass that ball. Here we go. Where are we going? 4, 3, and dribble. For 4, 3. March in place. 1, 2, 3, and kick. 1, 2, 3, and kick. Add that little push in there. 1, 2, 3, push and kick. Push and kick. Nice job. 1 more. And back to march. And all kicks. Let's take that with our cross. Cross it up. Cross it down. Cross it up. Cross it down. And march in place. Alrighty. I think we're good and warmed up now. I feel like it. I hope y'all do too. If not, if you need another minute or so to warm up a little bit more, please feel free to do so. Let's go ahead and do our sit to stands. So here we go. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Up to you. Here we go. Every time we stand up, we want to come up all the way. Get myself back in the picture here. I think my head was being cut off. 3, 4, I believe. 5, 6, 7, 11 doesn't. So here we go, 11. One more time for 12. Nice. Okay, it's strength day, so we're going to do a second set of those. So option 1, 2, 3, or if you want to add a little bit more, grab your weights. Don't have to, and if you're, excuse me, if you're using your weights and you decide you don't want to, it's fine. Just go ahead and put them down right in the middle of our exercise. No harm done there. Do what feels right. All right, here we go. All the way up. As we come down, we want to lead back with our hips and buttock muscles. Avoid dipping forward at the upper body. We want to find that chair seat with our gluteals. I think that was 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 2 more. That's it. You got this. 11 and 12. Lovely. Very nice. All right. We're going to go ahead and work on the upper body now. So we're going to do our rowing. 1 or 2 weights. If you're seated, it will look like this. Noticing that elbow is coming up and we're slow up and slow down. So regardless of whether you're sitting or standing, either way, we want to go ahead and have that good form. So if we're standing, hand is either braced on the seat of the chair or on the back, either way, squaring our shoulders to this chair and rowing up. Rowing up. That's right. Good job. Y'all are doing great. And of course, we're holding that tummy in to support our back as we're bent over. Looking good. Keep it going. However, if you do need to take a break in there at any time, please feel free to do so. No harm done. Just come back in again when you're ready. Let's go 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And done. Woo! Very perfect. All right, side number 2. So come on over to the other side of wherever you are. And here we go. Bringing that elbow up. Bringing that elbow up. Nice. There we go. Very good. You got it. Nice and controlled up and down. Perfect. Breathing exhale with the effort as we pull up. Let's go 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and done. Lovely. All right. Set that weight down out of the way somewhere, and we are going to work on our side of our leg. So I'm going to just move my chair up here a little bit. Come to this side slightly. Standing nice and tall, tummy's in. We're going to take our leg out to the side, noticing that my toes are facing towards the front. That way I'm working down here. If I start turning my foot out and toes go to the ceiling, then we're working here. And we already did that quite a bit with our sit to stands, and we'll do a couple other things later that will also work that. So now we're working a different part of the leg and hip. Great. Looking good. Keep it going. Almost there. Let's go 4 more. And 3. Last 2. and done. Woo, yeah. All right. Second side. Same story, verse number 2. Here we go. Let me get back in the picture here. There we go. Hopefully y'all can see everything that I'm doing. Again, noticing toes are facing forward. We're nice and straight and tall. We're just using this to lightly hold on to for balance. We want to try not to lean all over it. What we want to do is activate these muscles in this leg here. And then that way, we're also getting a little bit of balance work. We're getting a little bit of work on that hip and buttocks there as well. So it's like a twofer, right? It is. All right, here we go. Almost to the end. Let's go. 8. Woohoo. 7. 6. You can do it. 5. Just 4 more. You got this. And 3. Last 2. And done. Oh, beautiful. Great work. All right. Let's go back to an upper body exercise. We will work on our chest muscles and shoulders some. So let's grab our band. Reconfigure my seating arrangements here a little bit. So we're going to get that band, we're going to bring it right up underneath of our armpits here. Sitting up nice and tall, using our posture muscles to keep us up. We're going to come right up from our shoulders. Thumbs are up to the ceiling. Thumbs are up to the ceiling. Right straight up from our shoulders. Keep those shoulders back. Chest is lifted. That's right. Hold that tummy in nice and strong. And as always, if you want a little less resistance, grip out more towards the ends. If you like more resistance, you're going to grip up onto that band or tubing a little bit more, and that way it will give you more resistance. So entirely doable by where you place your hands. Also, how far out you straight your arms. We want to try to get them all the way straight, but if that's not comfortable on your shoulder, it's okay. Shorten the range of motion. It's all right. Here we go. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. And done. Woohoo. Very good. All right. We'll do a second set on this one. So we'll bring our palms down this time, thumbs in, and we're going to punch across, punch across, punch across, punch across. So we're a little bit higher. We're taking it kind of at a diagonal from the shoulder on this one, but we still want to try to get those arms as straight as we can. If that's not comfortable to come way up high, it's okay to go ahead and go a little bit lower, perfectly okay. So again, you tailor it to what you need. Now if we'd like to work on the shoulders a little bit more, we can come up right beside the ear with that band, elbow right beside our ear. That's going to target in that top of the shoulder a little bit more. All around the shoulder, but particularly right at the top. Should be feeling it, I would imagine. Yeah. Very good. You've got it. Beautiful. Let's go just a few more. One more time each side. And relax. Woohoo! Should have felt that right there. Yeah. You bet. All right. While we have this tubing, let's use it for our legs. So we'll bring that right up underneath of our thighs. Crossing it over. And again, the tighter that you pull this on the band, the more resistance you're going to have. The further out you take your legs, the more resistance. So entirely up to you. Not so much resistance, loosen it up a little bit. High resistance, cinch it way up and get those knees way up. This way you should be feeling it right through that side of the buttocks particularly. Very good. Lovely. Looking good. Keep it going. We're getting there. Yeah, we are. Here we go. 8 more. We can do it. 7, 6, 5. Last 4, guys. We've got it. 3, 2. Done. Woo. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and take that band and set it on down. And we're going to work back onto an upper body exercise. So let's come right up to standing using our lovely form. And we're going to work on our biceps. That's the front of the arm here on the top. So we will need 2 weights today. So let's gather our weights. And we can be seated or standing. Either way that feels the best. Let me get back in the picture here. Okay, here we go. Just curling those arms up. Yes. Curling up. And noticing that I've got my elbow, the top part of my arm, secured into my torso. So that the only thing that I'm moving is from elbow on down. That way I know I'm isolating that bicep and just working on that bicep. And taking any of the other muscles out of it. Beautiful. Let's go 1 more each side. And let's let that rest just a moment. And we'll do another set. This time we're going to work on the hammer curl. So that's bringing the end up towards our shoulder. And we're going to go for 2. And down, up 2, and down, up 2, and down, up 2, and down, up 2, and down, just a few more, and down, up 2, and down, last 2, last 1, and rest. Very, very nice. Perfect job, as a matter of fact. You got it. All right. Let's set our weights on down. And we're going to go back to our legs. So we're going to work on that hamstring. That's the top part of the leg in the back. So let me reconfigure my chair around here. Locking inner thighs together. The only thing we're going to move, if you notice, is my knee on down. Top part of the leg is glued in. It's not going anywhere. Good job. You've got it. Breathing, exhale with the effort. As always, if you need to stop and rest a moment, it's perfectly fine. No harm done. Here we go. Last 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 2 for good measure. There we are. All right. Perfect. All right. Side number 2. Let's reconfigure that chair again a little. Standing up nice and tall. Inner thighs, knees locked together. And let's kick that heel up. And up. Stand nice and tall. Tummy's in. Shoulders back. Head up. And we're smiling because because we're having such a good time, right? Right? Yeah, I know you're saying right. Perfect. Lovely. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. 4 more. 4. Ooh, you thought I was only going to say 2, didn't you? All right, fooled ya. Last one. And done. Woo! All right. Felt that right there, huh? In that hamstring. You bet. All right, while we are on legs, let's do one more for the legs. Actually, it's going to be for the hip and the buttock area. We're going to bring the leg up, and we're going to just take that heel back like we're trying to kick something behind us. So tightening that hip and buttock muscle. Should feel this muscle right through here, contracting. Standing nice and tall. Tummy's in, shoulders back. And breathing. Exhale with that effort. Contract those muscles on that leg that you're standing on too. So now this one we're targeting in that hip and buttock area and low back. You probably will feel it some in the hamstring here just because we have that knee bent. But primarily we want to try to focus on tightening the glute muscle or buttock muscle. 2 more. And done. Woohoo! All right. Shake it out a little bit. All right, side number 2, same thing. So get that leg up, and we're going to take it back. So now notice on this one now, I am moving the top part of my leg. So this one is different than the one that we did before for the hamstring. This one is targeting that different muscle group, even though you probably will feel it after a while just because we have our knee bent in the back of the leg. But primarily we're targeting the hip, the buttocks, and the low back. So think tightening buttock muscle. Tightening buttock muscle. Good. And standing nice and tall. Just using our support for our balance help a little bit. We don't want to be leaning all over it. Nice work. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 2 more for the road. And done. Woo, very nice. All right, y'all. I forgot to bring my water in here, but I know y'all probably have yours handy, so go ahead and grab a quick drink of water. And I'll just sit here and watch you drink. Well, actually, I can't see you drink, but I know that you are having a nice sip of water. All right, so after we get our sip of water and we get a little refreshed here, we're going to go work on our triceps. That's the back of the upper arm. So we're going to go ahead and use our tubing or band today. So go ahead and get that handy after you get your drink. Okay. I think we're ready. If not, it's okay. Join in when you are. Come on up to standing. Let me move my chair back now. And we're going to hold this in. Our arm is right into our side. If you notice, it's into the side. And we're going to straighten the arm down. Straighten it down. So again, the shorter distance that we have between our hands, the more resistance you're going to have. So you want a little bit more resistance? Go ahead and cinch up on that tubing a little bit more. That's going to give you a little bit more resistance. So entirely up to you. Don't want so much resistance? Give a little more slack between the upper and the lower hands. Should be feeling this in the back of the arm. Again, we want to try to isolate that top part of the arm in. So we're only moving from the elbow on down. Noticing that top part of the arm is pretty much glued in. A nice full range of motion all the way down all the way down. Don't cheat it, y'all. I know you wouldn't do that. Great job. Here we go. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And done. Woo, okay. Side number 2. Here we go. So same thing. We're going to get that arm locked in. Get that other one stable. I have it on my shoulder. You can really put it pretty much wherever you want. You can just probably even hold it still. Just get it stabilized so it's not moving. And then we're going to kick back. Right from our elbow on down to the hand. So as always, you want less resistance, come down on the band. You want a little bit more, pull up on it. And that's going to give that muscle a little bit more work. So very, very adaptable as far as with the bands go. And the tubings, very adaptable. Great piece of equipment. Can't do that with weights unless you totally change it to a different weight, which is okay too. You can do that. Great job. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Last 4, we got this. And 3, 2, done. Nice work. Nice work, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and set our band on down. And now we're going to work on our lower part of our leg. Let me turn this way. Get my weights stored out of the way over here. Always want to be safe with our equipment, right? We don't want to just leave it laying around. That's a good way for an accident when we leave stuff laying around, right? Yeah, we don't want to do that. Don't want to go there. All right, so let's do our calf raises. We're going to come right up onto our toes and down. Toes and down. I want you to think about pressing that all of your toes and your big toe especially into the ground. Press them into the ground. That way we know we're not rolling our ankle in or out. Coming way up on those toes. Way up on those toes. Standing nice and straight and tall. One more. All right, let's speed that up a little bit. Give it a little bounce in there. Yeah, yeah. We've got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Hallelujah. That was great. Here we go. Toes come up. 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 Now we're working on that shin, the front part of the leg. Good. Standing nice and tall. If we activate those muscles in the back of our body also, contracting those muscles, it keeps us from floating our hips and buttock backward. And then that way we know we're really getting that work in through that shin and we're not losing it. Here we go. 4 more. And 3, 2, and done. Very nice. Great work. All right, I think we are ready for some abdominal work. So let's grab our weights again. And we're going to do our side bends. And if you prefer to be seated on this one, please feel free to do so. We're going to take that weight all the way down the leg. Nicely down. And holding those tummies in, nice and tall. Nice and tall. Excellent. Right on down that side. Shoulders are back. Head stays up so that we know we're working through the abdominals and through that side, that waistline. Very good. Let's go one more each side. And relax. Okie dokie. Let's come on back down to our seated position. And now we're going to take our twisting from our waist. So when we twist from the waist, we want to think about moving from here. Not just throwing our shoulder over. No, we want to twist from the belly button. So we're taking our belly button over. And the arms are just following because they're attached. So one weight, two weights. Either way, no weights is okay also. Sure it is. Why not? So we can hold our weight like so, sitting up nice and tall, and taking that turn from our waistline. Noticing I'm not moving the weight. The only thing that I'm moving is my torso. Everything else happens to be going just because it's attached. That's why the arms are moving around. I'm not actively moving my arms, but they're attached onto my shoulders, right? So they're gonna go. I'm also not letting my hips and buttocks come off of the chair. Right. Very good. Pulling that belly button up. Oh yeah. Pull that belly button in. One more each side. We always have to be even, right? We can't cheat the one side. That'd be awful. Of course, we don't want to do that. All right, let's go ahead and set our weights on down. And here we go for the great big finish. Scooting towards the edge of your chair a little bit. Upper body comes back, leaning into the chair. If you need something to cradle your head here, that's fine. Whatever to get yourself so that you feel like you're good and stable and that you can relax your upper body here and just work through the tummy muscles here. So we want to come out. Ribs are up. Belly button is facing up to the ceiling. And then we're going to raise our legs up. So we want to try to really take the legs out of this one. We want to be focusing on using our abdominal muscles. If you put your hands here on your tummy, you should be able to feel those muscles contracting here. Then you know that they're the ones doing the work. If you're feeling it here on your legs a lot, you will just because the leg is lifting off the ground. But primarily you want to take the legs out of it and have those tummy muscles do the work. So hold them in, hold them in, hold them in. If we'd like to add a little bit more to it, we can take that lever longer. Straighten that leg out. There we go. And don't even touch the floor. Totally keep it off the floor. Yeah. Now we have to keep that tummy tightened the whole time. Yes, we do. Oh boy. We're getting there. What do you think? 8 more? Sure. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and done. Woo! Y'all did me in, guys. Great work, great work. All right, I think we are due a nice stretch and relax. That's what I think. So let's go ahead and do a calf stretch standing up. So we'll bring ourselves up to standing. One leg is going to go behind us and the other leg is going to stay forward. We're going to bend that back, that front knee. The back leg is going to be straight. We're going to stand up nice and tall. Press that back heel into the floor. A little wider stance gives you more stretch. So really up to you where you want that stretch. While we're here right now, we're going to bend that back knee slightly. And you should notice that you're feeling a stretch more down by the ankle and into that lower part of the calf. So a little slightly different angle on that calf muscle to stretch that out too. Nice. Okay, let's take that to the other side. So bringing that other leg back. And again, we'll start with that knee straight, keeping our chin and chest nicely lifted. Very good. Should feel that stretch in that leg in the back. And then let's take that knee bent just a little bit and let that stretch go just a little bit deeper into that calf muscle, a little bit lower. And coming on up. Lovely. Okay, let's come on back down onto our chair here, and we'll carry on with our stretches some more. Let's bring that one leg forward, heel down, toes are up, and starting up high here on our thigh, hinging from our hips. So remembering that means coming over from our waist, not rounding ourselves. Coming forward, bringing our head towards the front of the room. And then if we want more stretch, we can always come on down that leg a little bit more, down to the floor, to the toes. Just taking it where it feels the best for you. And coming back up to seated position, let's draw that foot up and draw little circles. So now we're just circling around at our ankle. Ankle, foot, and toes are moving. The rest of the leg is not. We're holding it real still so that we're getting that stretch throughout that whole ankle area a little bit. Let's take it around the other way. And then in the center, we're going to draw the toes way back towards our nose. And give us a great big point. And now we're going to take that ankle, bringing it up over the other thigh. Or it's fine to keep it a little bit lower if that feels like it's a little bit much to come all the way up. We're going to sit up nice and tall. If we want more stretch, we can hinge forward from the hips slightly. We want to still keep shoulders back. Head is up. So if you're looking down, it's okay to look down maybe, I don't know, several feet or so ahead of you, 2-3 feet ahead, rather than dipping the head down, but we want to look away. Always think about lengthening the top of the head away from you. It's kind of a good visual to go with. And taking that to the other side. Bringing that leg forward, toes down, heels down, toes up. And then coming forward if you want more stretch. If not, stay right up tall. That's okay too. And then we can always take it even a little bit further down towards that foot, to the floor, to the toes. Again, make it your own. Nice breaths in and out. Just let those muscles relax. And coming back up to seated, let's gently circle those ankles round and round. Loosening up that ankle. Yes, sirree. Round the other way. Beautiful. Now in the center, let's draw those toes way back towards our nose. And then give it a great big point, nice big point. And again, flex those toes towards your nose. And a great big point. And then we're going to take that ankle, join it up on the other thigh, sitting up tall. If we want more, we can hinge forward from the hip. Don't want more, that's okay. Just stay up tall. We want to go to where we're getting that stretch out through that hip. And probably a little bit on the inside even too. And while we're here, let's take our other through the leg, drawing this over towards the opposite shoulder to get just a little more stretch, and then turning and looking over that shoulder. Back to center. Let's take that to the other side. So starting here, taking that arm through, drawing that to the opposite shoulder, and then looking over that shoulder, giving us just a little bit more stretch down through that hip. And back to center. Let's uncross that and place those feet on the floor. Now we're going to stretch through our back a little bit more. So starting up tall, we're going to round ourselves over our legs. We can stay up tall or come on down towards the feet or all the way to the floor even. That's okay as well. Getting that nice stretch through that back. Pull that belly button up. Let those back muscles, upper, middle, shoulders, lower, everything down the back, get a good stretch. And coming right back up to seated position, let's take a lovely little shoulder roll. Nice little shoulder rolls. And rolling them on forward. And in the center, we're going to draw our shoulders up to our ears and press them way down. Draw them up, press them down. One more, and press them down. And now stretching through the back a little bit more, tapping across. We can keep that arm down a little bit more if that is bothering the shoulder or back to bring it up. Otherwise, for a little bit more right here. Again, it's doable by however it works good for you. Let's take that to the other side. Again, we can start low and then bring that on up a little bit if it feels okay for us on our shoulder. And we can add that little bit of extra to it as well. Back to the center. Let's stretch through that tricep. Bring that arm back up and around. And again, it's okay to keep it low if that's feeling too compromised to bring it way up. Otherwise, we want to try to get that down the back as far as we can. We're going to take the other arm and we're going to place it on our low back. So that now we're getting a stretch here as well through that shoulder. And if it's comfortable, you can work that arm up the back even a little bit further. Again, take it to where you're getting a nice stretch, but it doesn't feel like it's overly pulling. We don't want to go there. Good. All right, same thing, other side. Down that back, we can stay here. Give it a push from the front. Let's take that back of the hand, place it on the low back, and then work it up if we so need to do that. If not, keep it down low, getting some of that front of the shoulder stretched a little bit more. And release it back to the center. Let's circle those shoulders out a little bit. Circle that out. Circle that out. Press those palms to the back. Press those palms to the back and start to lift that chest up. Lift that chest up. Lift that chest up. Letting those arms stretch as well as the shoulders and the chest. Very good. One more. And now in the front, we're going to lace our fingers together. Draw the fingers towards me. Round your spine into the back of your chair. Draw your hands towards me. And sitting up nice and tall again. We're going to bring one arm forward, palm is down. Gently rolling those fingers back, or just simply holding the hands like that. Either way is okay. And then taking it up, same thing, we can hold the hands here, or we can add that little bit of resistance to it for a little deeper stretch. And other side, same thing, palm down and then back, and we can add that little bit of resistance to it. And taking it up. And back to the center. Let's gently curl our wrists round. Letting those forearms, wrists, gonna stretch round the other way. Very good. And to the center, let's take our thumbs up to the ceiling, nice and slow. Nice breath in, really reach. Palms face each other on the top. And now palms face the floor as we slowly exhale out and let those arms come down. And now turn those thumbs up to the ceiling. Big reach up. Palms face each other and then down to the ground. Just let them float. Here we go. Last one, thumbs up, reaching to the ceiling. While we're here, let's climb that rope a little bit. And again, if your arms are not comfortable going all the way up, if that bothers the shoulders, stay more forward with it. Why not? It's okay. It works. It's all good. Just keep moving. And then up to the top, palms face the floor. Slowly let them float on down. Very good. All right, arms come out to the side. And give yourselves a great big hand. Excellent job. Perfect, everybody. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Glad that you shared some time with me today. I look forward to doing it again with you. And you have a great, happy rest of the day. And get outside and maybe enjoy some of the nice weather that we're having before it gets too super Houston hot, right? All right. Well, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye. See you soon.